Forensic science is one of the pillars of modern criminal justice. The men and women of our highly trained forensics unit work diligently around the clock, responding to major crime scenes where their expertise and equipment is needed. Here's Sergeant Court Williams to tell us how this specialized unit helps us solve crimes.
The forensics unit here at the Sheriff's Office is made up of 5 investigators. There's 4 civilian crime scene technicians and 1 detective, and then myself as their sergeant. When there's a call out, I call the team and go to where we're supposed to. We do an initial walk through the crime scene, noticing what evidence needs to be collected, just identification only. Then we back out and wait for the warrant. Once there's a warrant obtained, then we're able to go in, photograph everything as it is, put number stands down, photograph the items we're going to collect next to the number stands, and then collect those items that we're going to process. Homicides take a long time. Crime scenes can be fairly sterile or they can be fairly gory. But while we're collecting evidence, we're focused on the evidence, not on what had happened to that person. We're looking for blood spatter, projectiles, and just trying to put together the story of what happened to help give us an idea of where we need to look next. We see things that most people should never see. You deal with the emotions later, and at a crime scene, you focus on your job and get the job done. Collection and storage is very important because we don't know what they're going to have in the future. We do our best that we can right now with what we have to make sure that we don't make mistakes. We don't want an innocent person arrested for something that they didn't do, and we don't want the guilty to get away with it.
We have a piece of evidence that we suspect has something on it, like semen or vaginal fluid or urine. You can't see it if it's dried. Sometimes you can, but in some instances you can't. And when we're examining a piece of evidence, we'll put these orange glasses on and we'll use this blue light. And the blue light's going to create a fluorescence of that stain.
In the office, we have 2 workstations that we use regarding fingerprints.
Over here is our station that we enter prints in to search through the FBI's database, and Veronica's getting back the preliminary results and doing a side-by-side. And then once we get to that point, we add the points and dots of all the different individual characteristics to make an ID, and I verify it.
The electrostatic shoe print lifter is helpful. We've lifted most recently off of a couch from somebody that went into an apartment through a window.
So this is something where if you know where a suspect is potentially walked over, you can later get the shoe print for later comparison. And so you can see, even though you didn't initially see anything on the newspaper, once it's lifted and then utilizing oblique lighting, you can see how the dust from the shoe impression sticks to the Mylar paper, and this can be used for a later comparison.
We try to be in control of our schedules. However, crime doesn't behave that way. And you may finish your regular day at work and get home and the phone may ring and you're off to a crime scene and you might be there for 15 to 20 hours. It can be exhausting, and I have never had a problem with the folks that work here saying, I can't go. They're always willing, and when you get that call, the adrenaline starts going and you're up and you're able to do your job. They are very, very dedicated to what they do, and they do everything at the best of their abilities.
Thanks, Sergeant Williams, and everyone in the forensics unit for the long hours that you put in and the thorough and detailed work that you do.